Ask this question to yourself honestly. Do you understand the difference between growth mindset and a fixed mindset? Many of us would be inclined to believe that we are born with fixed mindset, and this is something that cannot be changed. Remember that ideology can be inherited. What my parents used to think, what my parents currently believe, I might be inherited or might be bound to think the very same way. Let's suppose ki I have had some friends whose parents are very fanatical. They are very fanatical Hindus, they are very fanatical Muslims. Say they do not like to follow other culture, they do not want to show respect to another religion. They say that ki their religion is the supreme. Right, so these are called ideologies. I believe this is the firm belief that never lets other people to think about others, right? So I'm not talking about that. My topic being, what is growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Let me set an example about growth mindset. Let's say I tried for UPSC, or I made an attempt for ND exam and I failed at that. Now what will I be saying to myself? What will the self conversation look like? I have been telling to myself that I failed. But a growth mindset, the person who possesses a growth mindset will call and will address the situation like the the attempt was failed. It wasn't a failed attempt. It is very same like if your friend breaks a glass, or if your small brother drops your phone on the floor, and if the phone is broken, it is not the child or brother who's the stupid. It was a stupid mistake. So you could also say that it is a reflection of respect, but also I would say it is a growth mindset. It is a foundation of a growth mindset. That's how you start to build. Second example could be, let's suppose I can't swim right now. So if my teacher asks me, can you swim? Then I would say, no, I can't swim. But a growth mindset person would say, I currently do not possess the ability to swim, but I'm sure if I tried and I learned to swim, I would be better at it. That's how you can differentiate between a growth mindset person and a fixed mindset person. So now let us talk some of the ways how can you switch from being fixed mindset person to growth mindset person. It is very important in our early life, because I think because of being fixed mindset, we consider so many things to be impossible. We continue to believe something in a certain way that never changes. But only if you change, or only if you make a difference in the way you think about it, it could drastically change your life upside down. And maybe you can have much more improvement, much more success in your life. So why would you not choose it? Why would you continue to be the foolish person in the public, right? So now let me talk about 3 ways that can actually help you switch from being a fixed mindset to a growth mindset person. Tip number 1, try to sit with different people with different opinions. It is a human tendency to be offended when somebody disagrees with your opinion. But what we fail to understand, if your opinion doesn't matches with someone, if your opinion and information is not processed properly, and if does not fit in the other person's mind or person's world, that does not prove that person to be wrong. You are right at your own position, that person is right from his own position, because your own perspective is different. What is 6 to you can be 9 to me. So a growth mindset would say, I like to accommodate and process all of the differences. I would accept all of the definitions to a particular topic, but eventually you filter, you verify, and then you decide what is wrong or what is right. But a growth mindset person will always choose to know about all the variations. Let's suppose if I have to be growth mindset person, I would sit with people with different mindsets. I would sit with people with different opinions to a topic. A doctor says, see, what I know as a person of communication, a doctor might not know about it. What an engineer know, I might not know about it. What a pilot knows, I might not know about it. So isn't it fun? I sit with a teacher and I gain a lot of knowledge. I sit with a pilot and I know how a plane flies. I sit with a captain of a ship and I know about how submarine works. So isn't that amazing? So growth mindset this is how you build it. Now second point to build a growth mindset, and that is risk. People with fixed mindset believe that risk should be avoided, but a growth mindset person considers or perceive risk as an opportunity to get better in life. Don't avoid the risk, try to embrace the risk. Take as many risks as you can. You're not staking your life for no reason. There should be a logic, and make sure whatsoever risk you are taking, it should not be fatal. Like you're trying to be a superman standing in the middle of the road, and you're having a car coming over you, and you're saying that it will not run over me, as it comes you will jump above it. But that's not, like, it's very impractical idea to do, to challenge yourself and take risk with your life. I'm talking about risks that are practical and that has a potential to improve your life. Give as many exams as you can, go perform in the public, take up that career which you have always wanted to do, ask your parents to give you the permission to go and have a solo trip. These are the risks I'm talking about. This is how you will improve your growth. This is how you will grow in your life, right? So take a risk, embrace the risk, don't avoid it. Now, tip number 3, and that is to entitle yourself. Most of the people have this very terrible habit of entitling themselves, and because of that they always limit themselves from improving. Entitling means, let's suppose there is a bird, and the bird says that I have the potential to only fly up to a latitude of 30 feet. But naturally we know that a bird can fly much more higher than that. So what is that bird doing? The bird is entitling itself. The bird is not trying to push beyond the boundaries. And that's what I'm asking you. Do not entitle yourself. If you have learned a little bit of English, let's not consider yourself the best. Let's not entitle yourself to be the best speaker in the world. The moment you stop practicing, the moment you start considering yourself the best, you stop improving. So entitlement is very bad. Here you don't have to entitle yourself to be the best cook, to be the best athlete, to be the best singer, to be the best dancer, to be the best topper in the class. Entitling is very bad. It just molds your mindset. It just how do I say that? It just makes you believe that you are the best, and there is no room for improvement. A person who is arrogant enough thinks that there is no room for improvement. But always remember, there is always a room for improvement. There is always a better than the best. There's the top of one mountain is the bottom of another mountain. Remember. With that, thank you so much for watching this video. Follow these 3 tips and you can too become a growth mindset person just like me. Ta-da!